Is real estate the best investment? One of the lessons we learned growing up is to work hard, get a job, pay off student debts, and maybe invest. While this is not a bad thing, there are so many things you miss out on if you think that life is linear like that. There is more to it than meets the eye, and you might end up making poor financial decisions. One of the renowned authors of the world, Robert Kiyosaki, has talked at great lengths about how important it is to invest in real estate. The question many people ask in such a situation is whether it is worth it or not. Before one gets into it, they want to know, is real estate the best investment? It's only through being sure that one can make the right investment choices. Assured cash flow. If you plan on setting up rentals, be they residential or business, you can rest easy knowing that you will always have people needing a place to stay or work from. Most property owners have had regular cash flows over time that they even decided to quit their day jobs and earn from their real estate fully. If you want, you can even take it a notch higher and only work with land. Buying and selling land or buying and developing land before selling is a lucrative business. One thing Robert Kiyosaki says is the best way to learn is through doing. With real estate, you will also get into situations where you have to do things yourself. There will be no exams, but the way your money flows will greatly determine whether you are making the right decisions or you need to change your mindset and the way you are working. Real estate appreciates. One of the main reasons why people are skeptical when it comes to investing in anything has to be the fear that they will not make good money from it. With real estate, you do not have to worry that the house or land will depreciate. There have been very few and isolated cases where someone bought land and had it reduced in value. In all those cases, it was because the person investing in the land did not do their research on the area when they were buying the land. With good research, one can buy land and not have to worry that it will reduce in value. Increase your wealth and equity. If you have ever had your credit score calculated, you know that one of the things they look at is the value of the property you have. Based on your wealth or credit score, you are given loans and grants when you need them. With land, you can be sure that your equity will keep increasing since, as discussed above, land always increases. It's a great way to leave a legacy for yourself and your children. Secured retirement. Whenever most people think about retirement, the image that crosses their mind is going to a suburb somewhere where it's quiet and away from city noises. Others even want to do it on a farm. The only way you can settle on a farm is if you own one. For this reason, it makes sense for you to invest in a land in the countryside while you can still afford it. It will ensure that when the time comes, you have somewhere where you can relax and forget about either paying rent or really high utility bills. You get to slow down and focus on what really matters to you. Reasons why people are skeptical about getting into real estate. Despite all of these perks of getting into real estate, so many people are scared of getting into it. While it might seem like they don't want to invest in something bigger, but the reasons they bring up are often valid. By knowing what holds most people back, you can sit down and make an informed decision to invest in real estate. It is a decision you will not regret. Here are the main reasons why people ask, is real estate the best investment? It is risky. While you might jump to the conclusion that real estate is risky, ask yourself, what investment is not? You might decide to buy stocks today and tomorrow the market crashes. There's also a huge chance that when you invest in bonds or other investments in the money market and the company you invest in turns out to be a fraud. In such a scenario, you will wake up overnight and realize that you lost all your money. The same goes for retirement firms that have people investing in them and later on turn out to be liars. With real estate, all the worry is thrown out the window. All you need to do is ensure that the land you have bought is actually on the market for sale. Once you do that, you are set for life. There will be no one who will come and try to take the land away from you. The one thing that makes many people lose out when buying land is not following the right prices. Ensure that you fill out the right paperwork and that the ownership of the land you are getting is transferred. If you do so, no one can come and take away your land. If you cannot do this on your own, then get help from a lawyer. They have been in the field for a while and they know what a new land or real estate owner needs. They will be able to advise you on what to do. Realtors are frauds. While this statement might look like it holds weight to it, the same can be said with other industries as well. Fraudsters are in every area of our life and you cannot confine them to one place. The only thing you can do is be very keen when dealing with realtors. Do not go with the first realtor or the cheapest one on the market. Be sure you do a thorough background check on the realtor you are planning on working with. Here are some things you need to look for when choosing a realtor, so they do not end up double-crossing you. Number 1, their certification. It is vital that the realtor you are working with has gone through school to study real estate. The license. Aside from taking the real estate course, the realtor needs to be certified. Their former clients. Not all realtors are conversed with all matters relating to real estate. It therefore makes sense for you to ask to speak to their previous clients. They will give you your insight into what their experience was. Their rates. While different realtors charge you different rates, there are a standard rate in the market. If a realtor is too cheap, then you might be dealing with a con. On the other hand, if they are too expensive, you will end up spending so much to get so little. Keep this in mind when you make your decision. The other things you should look for is whether the realtor allows you to pay in installments. A good realtor should let you pay in installments. That way you know that you will only finish paying them once you close the deal. With the tips above, you can be sure that you'll get a realtor that works for you. You can throw the fear of working with a fraudster out the window and go ahead to own property or buildings. It is permanent and will trap you. The other fear many people have when they are buying property is that they will not be able to invest in anything else since this is permanent. The opposite of this is true. With real estate, you do not have to settle on a property you bought. You can buy and lease it out to other people and use that money to invest in something else. You can also get into it and focus on buying and selling real estate. The world is your oyster when it comes to your options on what to do with your new assets. All you have to do is figure out what your end goal is and what you plan to do with the property once you get it, and how to go about it. Once you have all this figured out, you can go ahead and get other investments once your first property. Do not get disheartened that you will not get other investments just because you started with real estate. On the contrary, real estate will be a great fallback plan for you because, unlike other investments, the risk involved in real estate is minimal.